Shegun, there's something that came to my mind. It's just that I had from a source, I don't know how reliable it is, that there's also this conflict that Maresca was fighting, that the medical teams are interfering in the team selection. Is that true? Yeah. And if it is true,
no, I think it's a report. So I think the report was clear. A lot of people reported it. So I don't think it's a rumor now. I think it's fact.
Thank God that it's not a rumor. Now it's a fact. Now, looking at that, medical team telling you which player to play and not to play, does that make any footballing sense?
No. So I think fans need to understand that football has changed. I keep saying this thing. Football has changed. And I think a lot of people are looking at football with the eyes of the last maybe 5-10 years. Football currently has changed. The manager's situation, I think, is a very, very flashy position, right? Yeah. It's a very flashy position. It has a lot of responsibility, but it doesn't have power like before. Let's be honest with ourselves. A lot of the decisions that are made by the club, the manager doesn't even have a say in those decisions.
Interesting.
For example, you talked about the medical team. Before, medical team used to just make suggestions to the manager. The manager has the final say. But now, the medical team has been strengthened. Also, we have the scouting department that has been strengthened.
Yeah.
The sporting department under the direction of the sporting director, or in Chelsea's case, the sporting directors has been strengthened. And so you have the manager is now in a position where they don't have the full say. But if it goes wrong, right? If it goes wrong, they take the fall for other people's decisions.
Yeah.
For example, and that's why for Chelsea, I usually ask the question: who made the decision to buy Garnacho and Delap? Delap, Garnacho and Delap in that Chelsea Football Club? You cannot tell me it's Enzo Maresca.
It can't be.
The report shows it's not Enzo Maresca. Now the fact is, when the games were going bad, off of those two poor signings, that according to now they appear to be poor signings, Maresca has left the club. Liam Rossini has left the club. But the person that bought those two players, the people that decided to buy those two players, are still in the club. So what football is currently is the fact that you have a managerial position where it's a flashy position. You have a lot of responsibility. If things don't go well, it's the manager that will be calling for a sack. But people tend to forget that the people making the terrible decisions seem to have job security. For example, those guys that brought in Delap and those guys will still be in this club. There's no even KPI to show that, okay, if you do this, you will lose your job. They will be there for long term. And because the popular saying that the most important decision is the person making the decision. If those guys are still there, the question is, what is the assurance that Chelsea will pick up? Because those guys will keep making those rubbish decisions.
Yeah, that's true.